We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Q-Taste, it is with noodle. With noodle, it is the Habanero Topokki. So let's get, this is the weirdest packaging. Like, this just is there. And we get this delicate thing, put that over there. Sauce packet, of course. Just how this is, kind of has a tear thing to it. Put that to the side, and our glass noodles here. Now, let's take a look real quick here. Okay, actually, let's look at the ingredients. And just gonna look here real quick for a weird bolding there. I'm trying to see if we have anything other than either habanero or what we happen to have here. I'm not seeing. That bolding is really strange. We have red pepper powder and I'm not seeing the word habanero here though. There's nuts. This is very, very difficult to read. Just say they've done weird kerning here with the font. So we have red pepper, which I'm going to assume is probably the habanero. So this is really goofy because here's the instructions, right? They want you to, contents in a bowl, they were already in the bowl. Water up to the fill line. Microwave for 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And then in a pan, well, actually, so it's everything. You put everything in there, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And that's the cooking directions. And I guess you're supposed to boil it with the sauce. So, little story here. This came with a packet of 3. And it said it was a Tic Tac challenge. I could not find a Tic Tac challenge anywhere on there. And one of the flavors was jajang, which is a black bean, and it's not spicy at all. So I don't know if is it meant to be 3 cups of noodles? That's the TikTok challenge? I have no idea. So anyway, I couldn't find it, and I went, well, I'm just going to do 3 separate videos. And then the black jajang, I was like, this isn't spicy at all, so I'm not going to bother with that. So I'm going to do this one, and there's another one just called hot. That's the flavor is hot. But I'm going to do that one in a separate video, so you can check the noodles, the spicy noodles playlist for that if you're interested. Any old which way, putting it all in there and boiling it all together, these don't need that. These just need to be in hot water, just long enough to soften. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in there, and these are very, very hard right now. These actually you can just put in hot water and soften as well. I'm going to boil them because I want the water to actually be boiling hot. And then I'm going to throw these noodles in there and let them sit. And when we come back, then I'm going to add the sauce and, mush it all together. And then we'll give it a try. I will say, though, that this contrast of these very, very extremely chewy tteokbokki here with... I don't understand what they're going for here, to be honest with you. This glass noodles becomes really, really soft and somewhat difficult to capture with the fork in a very rapid amount of time. So boiling these just kind of renders them into almost mush, and they're just difficult to capture. But I don't understand why we would also need to put the sauce in there. So I'm not doing any of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boil this, and then I'm going to throw in the noodles, and we will get that all nice and soft. Then we'll come back here, and we will put in the sauce, and then from there we'll go to the taste test. Okay, so there we are, all nice and cooked up. I left a little bit of water in there. What's interesting about this is that my entire kitchen smells like something like burned popcorn almost. And it wasn't the water. Obviously, it's not the topokki because that was in the water. So I don't know if it's the ink reacting to being microwaved or on this or the paper itself. I mean, the instructions were to put it actually it says a bowl. So maybe you're not supposed to use this. That would be okay. So really, you're gonna put out a product that a cup of noodles where you can't use the cup. You have to dirty a dish. Really? Is that maybe that is? I noticed that with the other one as well. That it was off gassing something or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. That is screwy if that's the case. All right, so we're gonna hopefully this smells really good. Definitely smells like a sort of a bulldog, the spicy chicken, Korean spicy chicken. You can see here's what I mean though with this texture. These I just let soak in there for just a little bit. You can see there's a really big difference between these two, though. And it's such a weird textural difference. I don't understand why they did this. It's beyond me. This is such a strange thing to do. But anyway, let's grab one of these. Come here, you. We'll grab one of these and we'll just get cracking here. Definitely a lot of firmness, a lot of chew to these topokki chunks here. And glass noodles are not topokki. That's why I'm so mystified why they're included in this. I mean, maybe it's a marketing thing to try to set themselves apart. I really don't know. Definitely getting some heat here that strikes me as extracty. As usual with, your sort of Korean. Are these Korean? A sort of Korean spicy noodle. Q-Taste is, a product of Korea. It's not bad. I mean, the flavor-wise, it's not bad. I just don't understand this. Why also have glass noodles? With one of the denser forms of Asian noodle, which is a topokki. I just don't get it. But otherwise, it's fine. Nowhere near as hot as some of the Samyangs. Probably not even as hot as the Won Koreas, which I've done videos on both of those. You can check it out in the Spicy noodle playlist, which would be the home of this as well. I don't understand this lid. Why? Why is this? It's basically held on by shrink plastic. So many really weird choices. Which I definitely, like I said, don't understand. The off odor of this bowl is crazy. Maybe for the last video, I'll consider putting it in a separate bowl. That way I can dirty more dishes. Why have a bowl at all then? Why not just plastic packaging? You know? I mean, I'll give this. Well, it certainly gets a legit one. Much more than that, I don't know. Definitely is not very punishing. Flavor is good though. I do like this flavor. I just find the whole thing a bit bizarre. Put the lid back on it. All right. Flavor-wise, it's quite good. Heat-wise, like I said, it's probably a legit one. It's a nice, comfortable, sort of warm heat. It's not pressing. I wouldn't say it's not a very pressing or demanding one. A nice introduction, I think, probably to Korean barbecue. If somebody can't handle this, then they definitely don't want to step up from here. This is certainly on the lower side of the scale there. The heat is immediate. It is very extracty. Extracty heat for me tends to be more of a entire mouth sort of burn that tends to cut through. But this is, like I said, this is a very low level one, but I can feel it everywhere. It's front, back, side to side. It's really pleasant. I like it. But flavor-wise and heat-wise, I mean, it's fine. The texture of the noodles, though, I think they would have been just better off choosing one or the other. I don't see a need to have both types of noodles in here. I mean, they're hugely contrasting. I just don't get it. I don't get the point of that. But I mean, I guess it is sort of unique. And there's nothing wrong with it. It just is something I find kind of baffling. The packaging I find baffling. The idea you're supposed to, I guess, not use this bowl. But it says fill up to the water line, so that does imply that you're supposed to use this. But I don't know. It looks like we have a sort of a UV print here, maybe, or a UV coating on the print, which is a really strange choice. Not sure why they would do that. That might be what's interacting with the microwave, I'm not sure. Definitely get some outgassing. That is actually one thing that would give me pause with this, and probably is a major reason why I won't get this again. Because I don't like that burning smell when I'm trying to cook these. So, again, no TikTok challenge that I could find. So, a lot of mysteries here, a lot of strangeness. But as far as flavor and heat, I mean, you could definitely do worse than going with this. I think I am going to cook it in a separate bowl next time, just because there's no real reason to use this, because I'm tossing most of the water anyway. I don't like a lot of soups. I don't like my hot noodles to be especially watery, so I don't really need any of that. But yeah, not bad. Definitely worth the go, although it's a lot more work than some of the other ones. And we'll just leave it there. So there it is, the Otaste Habanero Topokki. Now go forth
in peace to serve the flame.